This is the Rangers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Texas Rangers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, let's just get this right out of the way. Wyatt Langford was safe, and that was a bad review by Instant Replay, but they're going to use the fallback line of it has to be indisputable, irrefutable to overturn a call on the field, or they won't go against the umpire. So that's the route they went. But you could see with your own eyes, Mookie Betts' wrist was there, but the glove was not. The tag was not made when Wyatt got his foot down, and he should have been called safe, and the inning should have continued. But I guess considering the way the series went with a shutout on Friday night and another shutout today, kind of unfortunately, frustratingly fitting way to end this one for the Rangers as they wrap up the homestand and lose the finale to the Dodgers by the final of 1-0. Happy Easter, more importantly. I love baseball. I love Jesus more. Glad you're with me. Tough one today, and we have a lot to get to, so let's get right to it. Here we go. Welcome into the Rangers POSTCAST, your team every day, and in our case, your team every single game. My name is Jeff Biggs, longtime host and reporter. Thank you for watching the Locked On Sports Rangers, your destination after every single game. You can also find us on the Locked On Rangers podcast feed. That is where you will find the great work of Bryce Paterick every single day, and I know he'll have a lot to say about this one and this 1-0 shutout again at home against the Dodgers.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Well, we already mentioned the call. I'm not going to waste any more time on that. It is what it is. Probably wouldn't have meant anything anyway, but we will talk about another masterful start for Tyler Mahle. 7 shutout innings. I mean, he was, fantastic going up against arguably the best offense in all of baseball, and to pitch 7 shutout innings with just 2 hits, just again, I mean, he has gotten better and better and better every single start, and he deserved better than what today and what happened today for him. He deserved runs, he deserved some support, and more importantly, he deserved the win. And it did not happen for him, unfortunately. It's interesting because yesterday we talked about how the Rangers flipped the script, right? The Dodgers were cruising. They had the national TV love fest, and everything was kind of going along, and it was all set for Kirby Yates to come in and get the save and beat his former team and wrap up the win, until El Bombi took him deep to win it. Well, today you had Tyler Mahle cruising, dominating, just lights out, and you add to that the other Tyler Glasnow, left in the 5th inning, after 1 pitch, and you're thinking, okay, that's great. I mean, great opportunity. Glasnow was pitching really well. Now the Rangers have a chance to strike here with 4 innings for the Dodger bullpen. Surely they could get to somebody before the end of the game and score some runs. And that was my script, and it didn't happen that way. They didn't score. They couldn't get to anybody, couldn't get anything going, couldn't get any damage done. And hey, credit the Dodgers. They're catching the Ranger offense right now we'll look back. I believe we'll look back at the end of the season and we'll say, man, I mean, that April was horrific, and what a terrible start offensively. But to the Dodgers' credit, they're playing good right now. They're off to a good start. They're hitting home runs, and they're getting really good pitching right out of the gate. And that's why, a lot of people think they're still the team to beat and in a position to potentially repeat, which we don't see a lot of in Major League Baseball. But a lot of baseball left, and a lot more for the Rangers to show and prove before we start talking about any World Series appearances. So with that, we'll talk about another rough day for the Ranger at bats, Ranger bats overall. Man, love Josh Smith. 3 hits, 3 for 3 until that strikeout in his final at bat. We had a welcome back. Great to have Wyatt Langford in there. He had one of the 5 hits. Tough to see the game end the way that it did, but great to have Wyatt Langford, and he's going to get going here really, really soon. I'm looking forward to that. Jonah Heim had the other hit, but again, for the Rangers in this offense, 3 shutouts so far this season. Two of the games this weekend, they were shut out at home by the Dodgers. Friday night, 3-0, 1-0 today. They don't need to hear it from me, but I mean that's not it's not acceptable, and they've got to get it going. My hope, my silver lining, my takeaway is as good as the Dodger pitching was this weekend, and just the way the Rangers are struggling. I think a travel day tomorrow and then 3 games in Sacramento against the A's, I think, are really going to help this team get going. I think we're going to see the Rangers offense finally break out in a big way in those 3 games against the A's. The A's are 2-7 in Sacramento and so far this season, and I think the Rangers are going to have a good chance to get their bats going. I hope. I've said that a couple times already this season, and we're still waiting, but that's my hope and my thoughts going in. But tough day. You go down the list and you look at some of the key moments in the game. Again, I just can't say enough about Tyler Mahle. I don't want to gloss over just how dominant he is. And when you take a step back, and as frustrating as the offense is right now and the lack of hitting, I mean, you take a step back and you look at the way Tyler Mahle is pitching, the way that Jacob deGrom is pitching, Nathan Eovaldi, Kumar Rocker, especially at home, Patrick Corbin, who's going to go tomorrow. I mean, he looked great the other night. I can't wait to see what he does in the opener. And then he added that the Jack Leiter update. Jack Leiter is going to make a rehab start on Tuesday for Round Rock, and that means he could either rejoin the rotation Sunday in San Francisco or get a little extra time and then come back and pitch the opener or one of the games against the A's next week back here in Texas. So we'll see, but sounds like if everything goes well, Leiter will be back in there as well. And so that's good. I mean, you got to have the arms, and I like that rotation, and I believe wholeheartedly the Ranger offense will get it going. I'm not just saying that to be positive or optimistic. I just they're too good not to. But man, it's I don't remember the last time the Rangers were shut out twice at home in a 3-game series, but it probably hasn't happened much, if at all, ever. I mean, just amazing. So anyway, those are my opening thoughts. Want to hear from you via the comment crew. We got a lot of people that have already weighed in. More importantly, I'm glad that you're with me on this Easter Sunday. Hope you had a great day. Tough day today with this one. I was hoping that, like I said, the Rangers would find a way to get some runs late in the game against the Dodger bullpen, but instead they were shut out 1-0. 1-0. Back with your comments and the player of the game. This is the Rangers Postcast. All right, I want to talk to you about Monarch Money. We've been mentioning them all weekend long. If you ever check your bank account and wonder, where did all my money go between dining out, shopping, and entertainment, it's really easy to lose track. And that's where Monarch Money comes in. They are your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money isn't just a budgeting app, it's a complete financial command center. You can track all your accounts, investments, and spending in one place, so you stop managing your money and start building wealth. They have surprising insights. When you use Monarch Money, you can realize and really see in detail how much you're spending on different things like food delivery. And now it allows you to budget smarter and save even more. They have all-in-one convenience, so you don't have to juggle multiple apps, and really easy collaboration. If you're managing your money with somebody else, you can track shared and personal accounts, set goals, and stay on the same page without the stress. So take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONMLB for half off your first year. All right, welcome back to the Rangers Postcast. The Rangers shut out by the Dodgers 1-0, wasting a masterful performance from Tyler Mahle. Again, 7 shutout innings, just 2 hits, 4 Ks with 91 pitches. Chris Martin came in, and in the 8th inning, just could not get it done. Gave up the leadoff hit off the bench for Will Smith. Ohtani got a walk. Betts flew to right. And then Freddie Freeman hit the sac fly, and that was it. 1-0. The Rangers got a leadoff walk in the bottom of the 8th from Marcus Semien. Couldn't get him home. And then in the 9th, a leadoff infield hit for Wyatt that we thought, okay, here we go. Here's the rally. But Kevin Pillar hit a little pop fly to second base. Josh Young hit it really, really hard. I mean, I felt like Josh Young was due. I mean, he was due for a big hit, due for a big. He had a really great road trip, red hot on the road, and was really kind of cooled off on this homestand, which was weird. Hit a hard line out to left. I mean, just missed, and then Berger, and then we had the pickoff at second base that Wyatt he did get his foot back down, should have been called safe, but again, the way that MLB has it set up, kind of like the early stages of the NFL, where they're going to make sure that it has to be indisputable, or they're not going to overturn or overrule the umpires on the field. Disappointing. I say this all the time. I say this during football season as well. I mean, the whole point of replay is to get it right. And when everybody at home can see the right call, but the right call isn't made, it's just a problem. But it is what it is. We got some people jumping in. John Crabtree says, hey, another game lost to bad hitting. Mother Pig said, with decent hitting, this team would be 17-5. Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, the good news is they're still in great shape, 13-9. Great win. Obviously, yesterday got the walk-off win. But, man, to get shut out in 2 games this weekend, the way that they did, Friday night and then today, at the moment, the Rangers have a 1-game lead over Seattle. And when you look at the entire American League as a whole, Rangers are a game behind the Yankees for the best record in the AL. also tied with Detroit at 13-9. Mother Pig also says that Baseball Savant shows Garcia in the first percentile for chase rate, which means he swings at pitches out of the zone more than 99% of MLB hitters. Yeah, look, and then he gets a walk-off home run like he did yesterday. So, you got to take some of those numbers with a grain of salt here. Dan Daughtry says he's a Dodger fan and says, yeah, he looked safe. And it's just tough to end a game like that. Kind of got denied to see what would have happened with that at bat and with a runner on second base. I know it's about, getting the calls right. It's not about, entertainment per se, but it's just tough. Like I said, when we can all kind of see it, like I said, they're not, unless it's just crystal clear and they can say that they covered every angle, they're not going to do it. They're going to stand behind the umpires and back them up. I made this comment though yesterday, and I'll say it again. I mean, look, today is April 20th, and I think all of us, myself, at the top of the list, wanted to get this season going, wanted to kind of get this team back, get the Rangers back, get them back in the win column and back at playing championship caliber baseball after a really disappointing injury-plagued season a year ago. And so, you just out of the gate, you want to get that feeling, and you want to get that passion and that intensity, and you want to feel it. But unfortunately, baseball, it doesn't work quite like that. I mean, you can't fake September baseball. You can't copy October baseball. It is what it is. And like I said yesterday, it's April 20th, not September 20th. So, I mean, this team is there. And I mentioned when you look at this lineup, they're going to hit. You look at the rotation, the way that they're starting out. I mean, all the ingredients are there. You just got to let this team bake and come together and gel. And it's tough. I mean, anytime you get shut out, I mean, it's brutal. And this team has to do better. They know that. They don't need to hear us say that. But my hope is that going into Sacramento, they'll get going against an A's pitching staff that is not really that good. So we'll see. The other note from today, as I mentioned, Jack Leiter is going to pitch a rehab start on Tuesday. Jock Peterson was benched today, even with the right-hander on the mound in Glasnow. So he's going to have a couple of days today and tomorrow before we'll see what Bruce Bochy opts to do on Tuesday in the opener. But I think, like I said yesterday as well, I think, as we wrap up the month and get into May, if we don't see some signs here, not only on this road trip, but also when the Rangers come back and they take on the A's again, if we don't see if we don't see some improvement, I think you might see some shakeups, definitely some shifting in the lineup to start for sure. But man, love the way that Josh Smith is playing. Love the way, great to have Wyatt back. Corey Seager is red hot right now. And, some of the outs today were good swings, and they just didn't drop. So anyway, hey, I know it's Easter Sunday, tough loss today, but I appreciate you hanging with me. Appreciate all of your comments, and we will do it again late on Tuesday night. I don't know how many of you are going to stay up for that series, but I will be with you after the games. Hopefully you can join me then. If you're up, love to have you. Want you to be a part of the show, but enjoy the rest of your Easter Sunday. Have a good day tomorrow, and we will do it again on Tuesday. Don't forget, Bryce Patrick will have a full breakdown this series with a nice look ahead to the road trip as well. Be sure and check out Bryce and his great work every single day on the Rangers podcast. But our final today, the Rangers lose a tough one in the finale against the Dodgers, 1-0. This has been the Rangers POSTCAST.